Yo, what is going on, Buffet 2? Welcome back to another episode of Cars and Things. If it is your first time here, where have you been, dog? Welcome to Cars and Things. We are so happy to have you here. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is called Cars and Things. If it is your first time here, what we talk about here is all sorts of things cars. We explore them, we venture into them, check out some of our other videos as well. But even more than that, we talk about other things that car lovers enjoy as well. At some point, we want to get into talking about watches, we talk about sneakers, and other things that we are very interested in talking about that, of course, car lovers enjoy. So if it is your first time here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back to another episode of Cars and Things. I know it's been a very long time. I'm so sorry, guys. There is so much going on in my life that is super exciting that I cannot wait to share with you guys. I've been winning a lot and I've been taking L's a lot as well. And I can't wait to share some videos talking about what's been going on in my life. I'm sure you guys are wondering what's going on with my cars. What about the projects that I want to build and the other things that I want to do? It is all still on the go, but I've been really busy with like work and business and all sorts of stuff, but there are more videos coming your way, I absolutely promise. Today's video is a really special video. I think I have got a really special sneaker. So if you are thinking about going there to buy the sneaker, you've been very interested in it, I would love to tell you more about the sneaker, so do stay tuned. If you enjoy this video and more videos like this, please make sure you give us a thumbs up. Comment below. I've got a really interesting question, a really funny question, in fact. I hope you guys enjoyed, but also more importantly, become a part of the Cars and Things fam today, not tomorrow, today. Please make sure you do subscribe. We are growing and we've still got so much more growing and more content coming your way as well. So also make sure that you click the bell icon so you never miss a video when I do eventually post. All right, let's get into the video. All right. The time has finally come. What I have got with me here is the Adidas YEEZY 700 V3 ALVAH in triple back. I have been obsessed. I tell you, I've been obsessed with this sneaker, and the love for this sneaker and where it all began. And I actually think I bought it because of hype. Let's be honest. I bought it because of hype. I first saw the sneaker when DJ Khaled and Kanye West, I think they were flying somewhere, you know, jet setting like they normally do. And Kanye West was wearing a pair called the Azils or the Azils. Wherever you're from, it may be pronounced differently. Who really cares? But at that very moment, I saw the sneaker and I absolutely fell in love because I enjoy giving away sneakers. Like, if you know me, I've spoken about it on the channel as well. I love giving away sneakers. I buy sneakers literally to give them away. I've given away sneakers on this very channel and I want to do that a lot more. So I really enjoy that. When I first saw that, there was a lot of hype on social media. I was like, what are those? Remember when, and it could have been Black Panther. It was Black Panther or the Avengers movie, Black Panther. When T'Challa's sister was just like, what are those? And at that very moment, he was wearing, like, you know, the Jesus shoes. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. In Zulu, we say, Imbatata za Jesu. Literally, he was rocking those with the toes sticking out, that kind of stuff. He was rocking those in the movie. If you haven't watched it, shame on you. But do check it out. I had that exact moment when I saw them. I was like, what are those? I really want a pair. And since then, I haven't really gotten an opportunity to actually buy the sneakers. Whenever I want to buy the sneakers, something happens or they don't have my size. I do wear generally like a really popular male size. I know. It sucks. And sometimes I don't get the sneakers that I really want. And I hate the queue vibe. I hate the raffle vibe. So I really wouldn't. I'd rather go to a reseller and get them there. So that's where the love first began. And to be honest, I bought these because of hype, really. I bought them because of hype. And then as soon as I, in fact, started researching the sneaker, I fell in love with it more and more. And I think as the next thing we should talk about is a bit of a history on the Adidas YEEZY 700 V3 ALVAHs. So a bit of history about the sneaker, something that you didn't know. I didn't know this myself. However, I do know, and fun fact for those that don't know, is that Kanye West normally names his sneakers after sorts of sort of Bible characters and biblical references as well, which I think is actually really, really cool. It's the meaning behind the sneaker that hits it for me. Outside of the silhouette, and I'm still going to tell you more about what I love about the sneaker, but I will tell you that it's really the meaning around what I'm wearing and what it actually stands for. So what does ALVAH in fact stand for? ALVAH stands for, and I believe it's in Hebrew, it stands for the Exalted One. The Exalted One. Imagine rocking these sneakers and you're just like walking on water like Jesus or something like that. I can't imagine seeing that. What do you guys think? Do you guys think if Jesus were to kind of come back, you know, would he rock Jordan 1s? Listen to this. Would he rock Jordan 1s or would he rock Yeezys? Come on, it's named after him. I think he'd rock Yeezys, although I love Jordan 1s. But let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Do you think homeboy would be rocking J1s or he'd be rocking Yeezys? Which J1s? Which Yeezys? But that's just a quick history on the sneaker and where I in fact, or rather when I in fact fell in love with the sneaker. Really interesting. Next steps, where can you buy the sneaker? If you are interested in buying the sneaker, I bought this one from the back door. Plug. Hit my boy Tharius up. They often have a lot of Yeezy stock there available. Some stuff that you won't see in the streets. And I like that. I like wearing a sneaker that not many people have. And I enjoy that kind of exclusivity as a part of it. It's not like I'm looking for something shiny or anything like that to kind of like make me stand out. Nope. I just want something different and I want to take pride in it. And I think this sneaker is absolutely different and I enjoy it. So if you are wanting to buy this sneaker and other Yeezy sneakers as well, or any other sneaker, they've got a variety of brands, do check out the back door and you should be able to get your hands on a pair of Yeezy. So that's where you can get them. How much do they cost? Let's get into that. Let's not prolong it, let's not delay it, let's get into the actual cost itself. So what you need to know about the sneaker, and I want you walking into the store knowing exactly how much it costs, or at least having a range on how much you are looking to pay. Now there is a resale value and we'll probably get to that at the end. These sorts of sneakers are investments. Yes, I said it, they are investments, but I lean more towards the side of actually buying the sneaker and actually enjoying it. Many people, just like cars, buy the car just so it can sit in their garage, depreciate or appreciate, depending on what car it is, but they don't really take the time to enjoy it. And I want to enjoy. Not enjoyment. I don't want to prolong it. I want to enjoy it. So this is a sneaker that I have enjoyed and that I am still enjoying. It's got some airtime. It's got some miles on it. I'm not one of those YouTubers that's going to tell you about the sneaker, kind of put it back in the box because I've never worn it before. I've never experienced it. I am going to wear the shit out of this thing. All right, cool. So let's talk about the actual cost itself. This particular sneaker goes for $5.5 grand. I know what you're thinking. It may be expensive. But I'm gonna give you the reasons as to why you would even think about buying a sneaker for that cost. Matter of fact, I've noticed that the price of sneakers is going up. I mean, look at the price of Air Force Ones right now, and they're always often sold out, and that price, and generally the price of things due to inflation is going up. But this is not an inflation kind of conversation. This is really just purely around what you are buying and what value you are getting when you are buying this sneaker. So let's get into the actual particulars of the sneaker itself. Now, I want to give you guys one thing that I love about the sneaker and one thing that I don't like about the sneaker before we even get into all the other stuff. And I think these are the reasons, or rather, whatever, I think it's one of the reasons that you're going to use, or it could be two of them, whatever it is, to actually get this particular sneaker or not to get the sneaker. And the one thing I will tell you guys, and that I've always appreciated when it comes to Yeezy sneakers, like the one that I have here in particular, what I've always loved is the meaning behind the sneaker and the innovation around the sneaker. And when I talk about the innovation around the sneaker, there's always like groundbreaking things that they do with the sneaker that you haven't really seen before. And I think that's really cool. So you may be out there and you buy sneakers just for having shoes on your feet. Well, that's great. However, there are some people out there that really enjoy the meaning behind what they are wearing. Are they wearing an organic product? For example, what are the materials used in it? What does a brand stand for? And that's what I really appreciate from designers, and I buy a lot of sorts of designer sneakers, and I want to buy more. It's really not enough. If ever I have the opportunity to get more, I certainly will get more in that regard. But also, again, it's not just about, you know, getting a whole lot of material things. It's really around sort of giving other people the opportunity to also experience what I'm experiencing, so I give a lot away as well. But what I really love about the sneaker, and back to that, is the meaning, which I've mentioned as well, and the silhouette. It's a bit weird, and you would have seen from the cutaway shows that we've got, it's a bit weird, but it's also different at the same time, and I love that. It kind of gives you like an acquired taste of the actual sneaker. I know you don't buy it just to get an acquired taste, but when you actually have the sneaker, you actually then start to appreciate the sort of silhouette of the sneaker. Once you then, you know, appreciate the design of the sneaker and all sorts of stuff and the meaning, blah, blah, blah. But the actual silhouette of the sneaker is really different, and on foot looks a bit chubbyish, but I actually like that. I know I've also said on the channel, I like narrow shoes, but this kind of blends in really a narrow feel with the kind of extensions that you get from it. We'll talk a bit more about the detail, but just really overhead, that's really what I enjoy about the sneaker. What I don't enjoy, and I'd probably go as far as to say I hate it. I know that's a very strong word, but I really wish things were different. So I don't think that there is a perfect car. I don't think there's a perfect sneaker as well. More so when we get to high-end cars as well. A lot of them are handmade, for example. So not everyone is the same, and there isn't really like a cookie cutter approach with regards to the intricacies that you would typically find. And I think this one kind of exemplifies that as well, which is the Yeezy 700 V3 ALVAHs. What I don't like is it doesn't have boost. I know, I know it does not have boost. So you may be wondering, what is boost? What boost is, it's a cushioning technology that you often find with most Yeezys, and it is heaven. If you've ever tried on a pair of Yeezys, or you own a pair of Yeezys, especially a pair of 350s, 350 V2s, what? I love that sneaker. If you would ask me what is my favorite top 2 sneakers, I think the Yeezy 350 V2s would be second, because they're so comfortable. It literally feels like you're walking on air, and it is so comfortable to wear whether you are going to gym, because some people do that. I would never take my Yeezys to gym, but I know people do that. Whether you're going to gym, you're going for a walk, for example, you are going out, you're going out partying. I think they are just made for comfort. They are bred for comfort, and your foot just kind of molds around them. It's just like, oh my gosh. And it is amazing. So I enjoy those. Where would I rank these? I'm not too sure. They would be within my top 10. I'll really be honest about that, but somewhere up there in like the 7, 8, 9s, 10s, somewhere up there. However, these don't come with boost. I think if they did come with boost, it would be a totally different story. I don't know why they didn't come with boost. Maybe it's like a cost-saving thing. Because when these first came out, and they came out in April 2020, by the time that we're doing this video, it is towards the end of 2021. And I know it took me a long time to do this review. I know it took me a long time to actually buy the sneaker as well, but they've been out for a while, and I always wonder why it didn't have boost. Boost would have made such a huge difference to the sneaker. It actually would have been like insane. It would be like worlds apart. And I think why I in fact bought the sneakers obviously because of the innovation, and one of the innovations I would have hoped it would have had, or at least a bit of kind of like a boost feel. I had hoped that it would have that, but it actually really doesn't have that. I tried it on, I could instantly feel that it actually doesn't have boost, and I was quite disappointed in that. I had read a few articles, did my research, that it didn't have boost, but I would have at least hoped that the cushioning would be as close to the Adidas Boost that you typically get on other Yeezy sneakers as well, but no, it was not the same. So that was quite disappointing when it in fact came to the sneaker. And moving on to something else that I also want to talk about as well, is that let's talk a bit more about resale. Now, those that are sneakerheads, and I know people use that relatively, you know what I mean? And someone has called me a sneakerhead, and someone's like, no, you don't buy, you don't sell. Like, you don't do this, you don't do that. And I was just like, listen, I'm a person that absolutely loves sneakers. Whether you call me a sneakerhead or not doesn't really matter, doesn't take away from my passion and what I really enjoy. And would I call myself a sneakerhead? Yes, no, it doesn't really make a difference to me. But for those people out there that are looking at sort of buying and selling sneakers, it is a thriving industry. I'll tell you that for sure. I'm sure you would have seen it online. People standing in queues, people standing in raffles to buy sneakers. There's even limitations nowadays as to how many sneakers you in fact can buy because of this business, but also it does provide an opportunity for you to get into the business. You want to do this as a side hustle, that sort of stuff. I'm not one to tell you about how it works. However, the principle of the business is that you buy a sneaker, and when this sneaker came out, it was being sold by Adidas, for example. It may have come out at let's just say $3,000. And what it's reselling for is at about 5.5. So that's almost literally like a 90 to 100% increase. My maths could be wrong, but almost 100% markup that's now being charged on this particular sneaker. It may not have been $3,000, I'm just making it up, but you can literally get the sneaker, buy the sneaker, for example, add your markup on it, add your profits on it, and of course, be able to make money from it, and it could be a business. A lot of people think that it could be killing the industry and prices of things. Look, I would agree with that, but also at the same time disagree with that as well. If it does propose an opportunity for people to make an income, for people to grow the culture authentically, it may be more expensive for people to enter in the culture as well, but it does then provide opportunities, and that's what I would support and really what I enjoy as well. So if you are looking to get into the industry, it is a thriving one. Let me know in the comments below if you think I should do a video really around the selling and buying of sneakers. Maybe what I can do is I can partner with one of the other YouTubers. I've seen a few cool YouTubers out there that are doing their thing, so really shout out. I've seen a dude called Josh Dunn. I think that's really some dope content, and some other sneakerheads as well that are dropping. There's my boy KB as well. So there are loads and loads of content out there for sneakers, and people that are really doing this on, you can even say, like a full-time basis as well. And it's really an interesting market, and one would I get into? I'm kind of spread across a number of things within my portfolio, probably not. However, I am intrigued, I am interested in it. And you out there, if you are thinking about getting into the sneaker business, please do get into it. Someone once asked me, can I talk about sort of, real versus fake? Maybe one day I'll get into that conversation, but really I kind of have a slightly differing view if you can't really afford to actually buy one of these sneakers. And the truth is, not everyone's going to be able to afford these sneakers. However, once you do get your hands on these, you are absolutely going to enjoy it. So what else do I love about the sneaker? I gave you literally my top two, what I love and what I don't really love, which was the boost and the silhouette. What I've always loved and appreciated about Yeezy sneakers is the innovation. I speak a lot about the innovation in the sneaker that is groundbreaking, that is brand new, and it may have been done before and I may not know about it, but if I'm experiencing it here for the very first time, so be it. I just want to let you know that I absolutely enjoy it. I absolutely love it. If there are other sneakers out there that are doing innovative things, I talk a lot about filling pieces because they're doing innovative things with their sneakers, and I'm the type of dude that would read the box just to learn the history and know exactly what in fact I am getting into. It really builds my love for it. So what I've always loved about Yeezy sneakers is the amounts of materials that are included here. When I was literally going around, I literally found like probably up to like 7 materials or even 10 materials, I may be downplaying it, that are used as a part of the sneaker. And that to me is really interesting. How you do that and bring it into one sneaker is actually really interesting. There's like a rubber material, the laces use like sort of 3M material. 3M! You may be wondering, what is that? You always see it on labels and things like that. That material is also included as a part of the sneaker. There's also mesh feels. There's sort of like luxurious plastics used on the sneaker as well. There's a reflective thing that happens with the sneaker. So a number of materials and weaves that are included as a part of the design that for me make it really, really cool. I'm not just wearing a sneaker, you know what I mean? I'm wearing a sneaker that has sort of meaning. I'm wearing a sneaker that has like a number of materials and feels that are included in the sneaker, and I absolutely love that. I go gaga over it. So some of the materials you'll see on the side here, it's got some mesh materials over here, it's got like the different designs over here, it's got the stripes over there, and something quite interesting that you don't know, which is this over here. After being in the sun for some time, it absorbs heat. I don't know how it does that. And once you go inside, so for example, I'm shooting inside the house right now. I'm in fact downstairs. I owe you guys, I just remembered, an updated house review, which is going to come up really, really soon. Do stay tuned. But what really happens is when you come back into the house and this sort of here, this sort of design and plastic over here, and it feels actually rubbery. To be honest, it's not even a plastic. As soon as you come back into the house, back to that is it becomes reflective, which I think is really cool. So it almost just looks like a rib cage of sorts. Right over here, and when you're wearing the sneaker as well, it kind of just feels like there's a rib cage over your kind of feet like that. Which brings me to talking about the actual sizing itself. If you are looking at buying a pair of these, I will tell you that the fit is quite snug, and I've got a narrow foot, and I've said that before, and for these it is absolutely perfect because there is a really snug fit. There is no chance of someone taking these off your feet. I don't know, you know, I'm just saying, why would anyone want to take it off your feet? You are wearing a hot pair of sneakers. Don't walk in certain places. We do live in South Africa after all, but these would not come off your feet. So if that's one of your things, you know, and you're going to walk in the street, you don't want someone to kind of jack it off you or take it off your feet. It'll be very difficult too, because once they're tied on, it literally feels like they cannot come off. So when it comes to the sizing and the fit, it is true to size. This one in particular is a 7.5. I am a sort of 7.5, 8, depending on the cut of the actual sneaker. Is it a snug fit? Yeah, but typically I'm more leaning towards a 7.5 and an 8 as well. If you are a 7.5 and an 8, give me a shout below. I am always giving away sneakers. Maybe the next giveaway could be you. Now, I've worn these a few times. I have worn them. You can see at the bottom of the sneaker, I have worn them. And actually, this is one of the things that shows you that this actually doesn't have boost. It's got another cushioning material. I don't know what it's called. I'm actually not interested in knowing what it's called. If it's not boost, I ain't interested. But I love the sneaker, and what I would really share with you guys, just really overall and just leaving some sentiment behind, is that this is a really incredible sneaker. I absolutely enjoy the meaning behind the sneaker. I love it. I love the silhouette. It is absolutely different. It feels exclusive, kind of feels like you're walking in a VIP area every single day if you are going to wear these every single day. And I think you can wear them every single day. However, I wouldn't. They're a bit harsh. They're a bit hard. And I talk about sort of things that are a bit hard and a bit, you know, harsh as well when I'm talking about sort of car suspensions and things like that. And I'm kind of staying away from things that are absolutely hard. Like this sneaker's a bit on the hard side, but I will tell you that you will enjoy it. With the materials that you get, you really get what you pay for. And I have not seen a lot of people wearing the sneaker, to be honest. I've probably seen maybe like 4 or 5 people wearing the triple black, which is the ALVAHs. And I haven't seen a lot of people wearing it. So when I am wearing it, I feel really special. So if you're also like me, you want to wear a sneaker, you want to feel a bit special. I also have sneakers that are not special as well. You know, I do rock Vans now and again. Absolutely love them. I do rock Pumas. I rock a whole lot of sneakers. I do collect sneakers, but also I do wear them as well. And I can tell you literally that there are so many sort of lower end, cheaper sneakers that I would rock over like a lot of sort of high-end sneakers, which is really interesting. Maybe I'll do another video talking about sort of lower-end, cheaper sneakers versus the sort of high-end, expensive sort of designer sneakers as well. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I enjoy being back. I enjoy being back. Thank you guys so much for watching right through to the end. I really appreciate it. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment below. I asked you guys a number of questions within this video. Let me know in the comments below. I personally read your guys' comments. I'm not that big yet. I mean, even when I am that big, I will personally look at those comments and I will... And I will comment. I promise you, I will comment on each and every one of those. So thank you very much for watching. Comment below. Let me know what you think about this video, what you want to see next, but also on some of the questions that I did ask you in the video as well. And most importantly, please make sure you do subscribe. We are getting close to our goal, in fact, for this year. It should be a lot higher, but we are still enjoying this journey. We are close to our goal. Please make sure you do subscribe. We enjoyed it. Right next to right next to the subscribe button is a bell icon. Please click that so you never ever miss any one of my videos again. You hear me? You hear me? Thank you very much for joining us. This is Cars and Things Sneaker Edition. Till next time, guys, we are outie! We out!